course, previously, we were able to take on the melee DPS quests here from one of the representatives of the various cities, states, and territories. So we did the melee DPS with the Lominson delegates, and now we'll be doing range DPS over in the Far East with the Domun delegate themselves. So yeah, why are you in need of a person who can fight from range? Let's find out with the first of the melee, or not the melee, but the range DPS quests. Let's speak with this delegate to take on the level 85 range DPS Endwalker job quest entitled Seeds of Disquiet. The Domun delegate is seeking able-bodied adventurers on behalf of Lord Hien.
Do mine eyes deceive me? Lady Rika, oh thank the Kami! Lord Hien has requested assistance in the resolution of a most urgent matter, the hunt for a fell beast believed to be a blasphemy. Though we have made great strides in ensuring the safety of our people, we fear that even our finest shinobi will be no match for this enemy, for it commands the skies of Doma.
Well, that explains the range element right there. But as your talent for striking down foes from distances beyond compare, I can think of no one better to aid us in overcoming this adversary. It will be my pleasure if no other marksman is up to the task. Even to me. Oh, Kami be praised! I shall inform Lady Ugiri that she may receive you at the Domun Enclave. Safe travels, Lady Rika. Alright, Lady Ugiri. Yeah, it's been a while since the two of us have met up, but hey, I think it's time for a reunion. Right in front of the Kienkon. Hey there, Lady Ugiri. Long time no see. How have you been?
It is good to see you, Rika. When we received word that you of all people had answered our call, I could scarcely believe it. Yet here you are.
Yeah, I was told all about everything that we need to hear about.
Lord Hien will be pleased for this reunion. If you would wait here a moment.
Yeah, I probably should have met him dressed in my Immortal Flames uniform, but it's too late for that now.
Well, well, that the Kami should guide your steps to our door once more, and with such fortuitous timing.
Yeah, tell me all about it.
Pray forgive me for not affording you a hero's welcome, but time is not on our side.
Well, you can give me a hero's celebration once we get this all said and done.
Not long after receiving word of men transforming into his beast in Thavnir, a similar creature was born of a woman in Isari.
Oh my.
After attacking another villager, it took to the skies and fled, though to where we know not.
So what do we do?
An all too cruel twist of fate, for the one slain was among the prisoners returned to us in that deplorable exchange with Asahi and the Empire, just when they had at last begun to piece their life back together.
Ouch. That is painful.
This blasphemy must be stopped. Alas, our foe is one to keep to the skies, well beyond the reach of our samurai and shinobi. Thus did we seek the aid of those proficient in ranged combat, able to pluck the beast from the heavens.
Which is where I come in.
Of course, martial prowess alone will not solve our problems. Others have turned into weaker but no less gruesome abominations, as was the case in Thavnir, and the numbers increase by the day. From what I understand, this phenomenon is not unlike a sickness which spreads by feeding on fear and anxiety, emotions which, of late, can be found in abundance. Slaying the beast means nothing if the people's hearts cannot be put at ease.
Lord Hien! Who goes there? A Domun worker, who's clearly winded. Yeah, you found her?
You have to help! The villagers, they... Sir, please, calm yourself and tell us what happened.
Yeah.
Another has been turned into mine, my lord. For blessing no one was harmed with the beast flew into rage, but the people are in a panic. I fear what may happen next.
Yeah, we're still seeing the lingering effects.
It would seem we have even less time than I thought. Worry not, we will see to the beast. As of yet, there is no cure for this affliction, but we will save what lives we can, I promise you. I trust you're ready to join the fray.
Of course, that's why I'm here. Yeah, sad face.
It was last seen near the glittering basin. Come, I will show you.
So off we go. So yeah, imagine we'll just get warped straight out into the field, which we are.
The beast was right here, I swear it! I thank you for leading us here, but it is not safe. Please return to your village.
Yeah, you better get at it. You don't want to be on the receiving end of whatever that thing is.
We should split up to see if we're to have any chance of finding it. Rika, would you see to the west? I will search in the north. Yugiri, I leave the east to you. If you find it, remember, these blasphemies are no longer people. They will not hesitate to strike you down, so you mustn't either. Now, let us not waste any more time.
Yeah, we must go. So as they go their separate ways, so will I. Let's do it. Yeah, no need to fight in the fate. We'll head on over here and see if we can find what we're looking for. Yeah, give myself a quick aerial view. See if we can spot it. Okay, yeah, it's alongside the river. And the little boy is under attack. Oh, my truck was already out. We can do this right away. Hey, you! Screw off! Oh, better run. Yeah, let me show you what I really got in store for you. Load it up and take it down. Yeah, now that I have Band-Aids 4, hey there, little one. We got you. You're safe. So as Hien and Yugiri arrive.
Are you right? We heard shouting and came as fast as we could. It would appear Rika arrived not a moment too soon. Why?
Why what?
Why did you kill my brother?
Oh no. How do you explain something like this to a little boy? Oh god. This is gonna be hard to explain.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Young man, that creature was not your kin. Not anymore. Had she not laid it red to west, it would have killed you and countless others. But if your heart cries out for the one to blame, let it be me. The beast was slain at my behest, for it was the only way.
Yeah, he's mad. There'll be no apologies given here.
No! No! You're wrong! You killed him! Murdered him! I hate you!
And you gotta wonder, it's only a matter of time before he turns too. Yeah, this is not something we want to be doing. And as he's running off, a familiar face is coming back.
Issei, what are you doing here?
Yeah, long time no see to you too.
Searching for Tombo, though, you clearly found him first. The monster was his older brother, as you may have guessed, and Tombo gave chase the moment it ran off. I beg you forgive him for his outbursts. His brother was all he had left. Their father was conscripted by the Empire and was regrettably not among those who returned to us in the recent exchange of prisoners. The hope that might one day be reunited was their only comfort when the Viceroy still ruled. I can only imagine how they felt when she walked into Isari, a shadow of her former self.
Yeah, you're talking about Iltsu, of course.
Tsuyu may have had no memories of the monster she was, but her victims still see her in their dreams. Nevertheless, like many, the brothers prayed your mercy would see their family restored. But then they learned of her death and of their father's absence. Deprived of hope and hate at once, they had nothing.
What did you just realize?
My apologies for rambling.
No, we need all the information we can get.
No, it's a rather enlightening tale. I spared the woman who brought him pain, and took the brother who brought him comfort. I would hate me too. I swear I will set things right for Tombo, for all the people of Doma. Please return home, you say, and be safe.
Yeah, take care of your little sister. So,
let us return to the Doman Enclave. This ordeal has given me much to consider.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to think about it. Yeah, because we're kind of tearing families apart here, it seems. Since we're in the Far East, can you turn that into a haiku? Alright, Hien.
I owe you a great debt for your timely assistance. And an apology, for I've made you an executioner in young Tombo's eyes. Would that I had been the one he witnessed cut down the beast his brother had become. But we haven't time to dwell on regrets and what should have been. No, we need to take action, and after hearing of Tombo and his brother, I believe I know what must be done. A great many of our brothers and sisters will return to us in the prison exchange, but even so, there are those who yet remain lost to us.
Yeah, and considering what happened in Garlemald,
Meanwhile, Yotsui, who was directly responsible for much of our people's suffering, was never held to account for her crimes. In death, she claimed vengeance for her suffering at the hands of her brother, but it came at the expense of justice for her countless victims. The people of Doma have every right to resent me for feigning them and their grief. But what of those who cannot bring themselves to do even that? Who are left alone with their anger and their pain? It may well give way to despair, and then...
Yeah.
They would share the same fate as Tombo's brother, yes. Which is why we must needs consider who else might share in his anguish, and we find ourselves beset by more beasts. I'll begin making rounds of the villages to inquire after those whom their neighbors believe are most distressed of late. Very good. I and the other shinobi shall continue our search for the blasphemy which has set these events in motions. And you, my friend, we will have need of your talents again ere long. Rest assured we will keep you apprised of our findings.
Very well then. So we'll take our 481,800 experience points and 1,000 gil for completing the first quest. But don't wander off too far there, Lord Hien, because we're going to need to speak to you again. Let's go ahead and speak to Lady Yugiri to take on the next level 86 melee, or this will take a while, for the level 86 ranged DPS job quest entitled When the Kami Answer. Lord Hien's extended absence of the Enclave does not sit well with Yugiri.
Rika, we have yet to ascertain the whereabouts of the blasphemy from Misari, but for a blessing, we have received no reports of others that have been turned. Lord Hien, for his part, has made a concerted effort to go about the villages and converse with the subjects directly. I suspect his constant presence has served to allay the people's fears. As one might expect, he has ever been dedicated and diligent, but I fear he has been away over long. I thought to go and visit what should have been his last destination, Isari. Might I ask you to accompany me?
Alright.
Thank you. I am sure there is no cause for concern, but nevertheless, I should be glad to find him quickly.
And we will join you there. So, to Isari means we're going to the Ruby Sea.
Rika, Yugiri, my apologies if I gave you cause for concern. Assessing the state of affairs here in Isari has proven difficult. To put it simply, the people, one and all, refuse to speak with me. They simply bow their heads and turn away at my approach.
Perhaps too scared to say anything?
Knowing the blasphemy originated here, I cannot help but wonder if that has aught to do with their silence. Perhaps you could attempt to engage with the people in my stead. Surely they have no cause to deny the true view. I should hope not. Nevertheless, I will don a disguise, lest I draw undue attention. Come, Rika, let us see what we can discover. Thank you, both of you.
So, yeah, we'll see what fancy disguise she comes up with. But in the meantime, let's find 3 people to speak with. Who are we gonna come across? Anyone hiding at all? Because I imagine people would be hiding. Well, starting with this concerned villager over here.
Aye, that's right. The blossoming was born of a young woman here in Yasari. Tragic, really. Every day she prayed for the safe return of her husband, but it was not to be. If I'm to be honest, I fear the loss drove her poor stepmother mad. Kisei has been an ever devout believer in the kami and their blessings, but she's somehow convinced herself that Minato has become one.
Wait, what?
The delusions of her grieving parents, obviously, but an alarming number of people have come to share in a belief. Heresy is what it is.
Oh, great. We have to deal with that now, too? Yeah, we had to put up with heretics over in Ishgard, but now we have to put up with them in the Far East also? Yeah, how badly is this gonna turn out? Kami-fearing villager, what do you have to say?
A blasphemy? You are mistaken, my friend. Our villager was visited not by a monster, but by a kami, Izanami. Where Lord Hien is cold and callous, she offers us boundless compassion and love.
That's not the term I would use to describe it. Meanwhile, Mr. Burly Villager, how do you do?
I owe great debt to Lord Hien. If not for him, I would still be fighting under the Imperial standard.
So you have been there and done that.
But the village suffered dearly under the occupation. What's more, our Lord failed to punish the Viceroy for her crimes, and failed to reunite many with their loved ones. I understand why someone would think poorly of him, even if I do not.
Yeah, Chugboy, you take a break for a while. Yeah, Lady Ugiri, kind of going with the old school Doman look. So yeah, here's what you need to know.
I see. Little wonder they refused to confide in me. The belief held by some that this blasphemy is a kami, however, is quite concerning. Izanami presides over life and death. She gave birth to the nation of Doma, and ushers souls of the departed unto the land of the dead. I trust you understand what it would mean to deny them a source of hope in such dark times, even one such as this. The villagers also claim this Kisei can speak with the dead. In fact, she'll be holding a gathering to demonstrate her powers ere long. The perfect opportunity to gauge the extent of their fanaticism. Not for me, of course, my presence would draw undue attention. Might I ask you both to attend in my stead?
Sure thing.
Her followers will be gathering in the tavern. Come.
You mean the same one where Gosetsu got his ass kicked by Yotsuyu? Yeah, there's no way this can possibly end badly. So as we arrive on the scene... Yeah, I do kind of stand out. Maybe I should be wearing my kimono. So yeah, that's the person who obviously believes what she does. With quite a lot of skills and a fancy pattern on her face.
Oh, spirits of Isari, I beseech you, lend me your voice, and let your presence be known. Cross the veil and be among us once more.
Yeah, so she's obviously not from Suino Sato. Yeah, she's trying to invoke, but it's not working.
Akitsu!
Akitsu?
Father?
Oh, jeez.
Still tending the nets, like I taught you? Yes, Father, every day. Thanks to you, we never want for fish. Our bellies are never empty. I am I am proud to be your son. I was always too embarrassed to tell you before, but... And I am proud to have been your father. May you be ever blessed by the sea's bounty. It hurts! Father, what's wrong? Yeah, she definitely is possessed in more ways than one as she's coming around. He's in terrible pain, my child. Those who have cheated death's design yet live. It has disrupted the natural order, and the spirits suffer for it. What must we do to ease their pain? Fear not, Izanami shall put all to rights. She will claim the souls not long for this world and deliver them unto the hereafter. When her work is finished, your father's spirits and all the others will find peace. Yeah, so, I guess who wants to be next? Can you find my father? Can you help me speak with him? Kisei, can you come commune with my husband? What about my family? Help me, Kisei, please! Yeah, they all want to clamor for a seance. Is this where we intervene? Nope, we just walk away. Yeah, so... I can't remember the name of the lady who's played by Whoopi Goldberg, who's the fake seancist, or whatever it's called. The fortune teller that can do seancing, or whatever. But anyway, Hien. So, is Kisei's ability all that she claims? I guess. Seemed that way. So let's explain what happened. A young man spoke of his dearly departed father through her. I find that rather hard to believe. Even so, those in attendance appeared quite convinced, my lord. And I suspect a great many of the villagers I've spoken with recently are as well. Everywhere I went, the people were in so much pain, and there was nothing I could do or say to give them solace. Yet for all their anguish, there has not been a single report of villagers turning since the incident with Tombo's brother. So that's a good sign, right? Which can only mean word of Kisei and her ability to speak with the deceased has spread. The belief we can commune with our loved ones in death is a comfort far beyond my power to provide. Though I fail to see how the people would abide the kami claiming innocent lives to restore order. Yeah, that is strange. She comes! Izanami! Yeah, now we get to combat. The Blossomy? Here? Yeah, we better get at it. Yeah, don't stop. Go! How far are we running? So how far we go in order to find this foe Izanami? Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's not Izanami. Lord Hien, the Kami, she appeared as if out of nowhere, and in the next instant this poor man was... Yeah, killed off. Yeah, he's done. So we were too late. But now's the turn out, even though he's dead. Yeah, I spoke with him before and he's sorry, or wasn't he one of the villagers that turned in the prisoner exchange? Yeah. Should probably point this out. You recognize him then? Curious that he and the Blossomy's first victim were former conscripts. What could the fiend be after, I wonder?
I think we've figured it out.
It does not become my lord to speak ill of the commie.
Oh, it's you, Kisei. Yeah, why are we looking at her so angrily? I mean, I don't think even she knew this was gonna happen.
I understand you will come to investigate the rumors of a monster born in our village. A blasphemy, you called it, but you are sorely mistaken. My stepdaughter Minato was chosen to serve as a vessel for Izanami. I witnessed her ascension with my own eyes.
Yeah. Why don't we get to see that witnessing as we go in Echo? So on a stormy day in Isari...
Minato, please! I can't... I won't... There's no logic in it. No justice. The Witch of Dome was spared, given a second chance, and my husband condemned to die as a conscript. I'll never know what became of him. Lord Hien can't even give me that. And when I look at the families he made whole, at their happiness, I feel the hole in my heart, and the gaping wound that will never heal begin to bleed.
And thus... Yeah, look of shock on Kisei's face.
Only at my beloved's side will I find peace. You mustn't lose faith, Minato. All will be well. Trust in the Kami, in Izanami.
But I don't think she can.
I want to believe, but...
And then she transforms. And that's what she turns into. I was expecting for her to jump off first. And then transform as she was falling. And then we come back up and rise again as Izanami.
Izanami is come to bring peace to the souls of the departed. To restore balance between their world and ours. Surely you would not dare defy the will of the Kami. This balance you speak of has claimed the lives of two innocents, but recently returned to us. I will not accept that the Kami would condone such cruelty.
We have a standoff.
No crueler than the sight of Yotsu free and forgiven, while my husband and son fought Garlemald's walls, now dead and forgotten in a foreign land. With all due respect, Lord Hien, is it not your duty to protect Toma and her people? How are we to place faith in the man who places the enemy's safety and well-being above that of his own subjects?
Damn.
Only the Kami are deserving of our adoration, as they have always been.
Yeah. And with that, I say good day. Yeah, it's like, we don't need you. Yeah, that's one way to make enemies. Alright, Lord Hien. The villagers are no doubt loath to ask it of me, but preparations must be made for burials and funeral rites. I can offer that much at least. You seemed distracted during our conversation with Kisei. Is something the matter? Yeah, we got to Echo. Yeah, so what do you think? The Echo. And the blasphemy was indeed born of her stepdaughter. To bear witness to such horror, how her mind must have struggled to comprehend what she saw. And as a woman of faith, perhaps her only surviving family becoming one with the divine was the only reality with which she could come to terms.
I believe I know now what must be done, but I pray her fervor does not drive her to oppose us. Come, let us return to the Enclave. Yeah, I think her fervor already causes her and her followers to oppose you already there, Lord Hien. Anyway, back to Doma. Okay, then, there, Hien. Let's talk this over. From what you told me of your vision, the nature of Minato's despair, as well as the focus of her ire, is clear. 'Tis plain she was a good-natured and kind-hearted woman, grieving for the loss of her husband. This loss alone may not have been enough to turn her, but my failure to hold Yotsudu to account, together with the sight of other families reunited, compounded the turmoil in her broken heart. A path to despair paid by my good intentions, a truth that will weigh heavy on my conscience unto my dying day. Minato was prepared to die in sadness rather than live in hatred. If she could see the beast she has become, she would implore us to stop her. Which is why we must find the others, who will return to us in the prison exchange before they come to harm. Once their safety is assured, we may hunt down the blasphemy and bring a close to this tragedy. Well, let's hope you're right. So, we'll take 480,000 experience points and 1,000 gil. And Ian takes a brief rest in the Kian-Con before we head off to round 3. So let's go ahead and speak with Ugiri again to take on the level 87 ranged DPS job quest entitled Home No Longer. There is work to be done, yet Ugiri appears reluctant to take action.
Rika, if you are come to ask about the blasphemy, I have naught to share. As of yet, our shinobi have seen no sign of the beasts. The returnees, however, are all accounted for, and Lord Hien has seen them safely to the Kincon. As such, he is presently assisting with the hunt. For a blessing, there have been no reports of other villagers turning in yet. Before this situation takes a turn for the worse, there's a matter I feel wants further investigation. Kisei. Though a villager of Isari, I suspect she in fact may be hailing from my home, Suino Sato.
Well, she is an Aura like you.
Knowing that they would be left to answer my inquiries, I entreated the Kojin to contact Suino Sato in my stead. To hear tell of it, Princess Kurenai has made great strides in establishing stronger ties with the outside world. At mention of Kisei, however, their cordial warmth turns strangely cold. If we are to learn more, I fear we have little choice but to go and speak with the people of Suino Sato ourselves. A simple visit for you, I imagine, but my banishment complicates matters. That said, it has been many years since I left home. Why, to disguise myself, I may well go unnoticed in your company, if you are willing to take the risk.
Yeah, leave it to me.
Thank you. Let us make for Onokoro then.
Oh, you want to go there and not to Tamamizu first? Alright, you're the boss. Which she is. So yeah, it's been a long time since you did something like this, huh? If I'm not mistaken, you're in your 2.2 outfit. Yeah, that is your 2.2. That is what you wore in a Realm Reborn.
The garments I wore when we first met. Sufficient, I think, to conceal my identity. How many years has it been since I last saw home?
Yeah, too long, I guess.
I am a shinobi of Doma, aye. But even as a child, I sought to ensure the safety and survival of Suino Sato. I was quite bold in those days, if not a touch reckless, and together with the other children, I often ventured beyond the borders of home. We yearned for adventure, and so one day we sought to behold the wonders of Doma. Imagine our horror to discover a city of ruin and ash, Imperial soldiers marching through the streets. We fled at the sight, but in my haste, I lost my way in the bamboo groves.
Hopefully you didn't get impaled by them. Yeah, we had grievances revealed to us about the Admiral before, and now I guess it's Lady Ugiri's turn.
It was then that I met a young boy named Shun, a sweaty mess as he swung his wooden sword with reckless abandon. Trained to fulfill his duty as a samurai, he said. Having seen the destruction of which the Empire was capable, I too felt the need to protect my home. I joined in his exercises, and every day my resolve to protect those I loved grew. Sadly, my orders refused to listen. They were content to remain hidden beneath the waves, and hopefully the Empire's notice. With a heavy heart, I left in search of the strength I believed we sorely needed, and I found it as a shinobi. But the people feared war and conflicts would follow on my heels should I return. I do not begrudge them their decision, nor do I regret mine own. Part of me is overjoyed at the thought of seeing hope and home again. Openly defying the wishes of the Ruby Princess, however, will bode ill for my family. They have suffered enough for my transgressions. That is why, for your sake, I remain naught but a faceless shinobi at your employ.
Alright. Even if you can't say hello to your parents?
Thank you. With that in mind, let us make for Suino Sato.
Alright. Oh, and so yeah, she goes and puts her mask on as we've already been warped underwater.
All these years, yet not appears to have changed since the day I left. But now is not the time to reminisce. We have work to do. Kisei's departure from Suino Sato was likely decades ago. Perhaps the village elders will know why she chose to leave.
Yugiri is now accompanying you. Alright. Let's see what's going on around here. So we'll begin by speaking with this amiable elder. Kisei? The name sounds familiar, and yet... Apologies, friend. My memory is not what it once was.
Let us seek out another.
Yeah, that's indeed. Seek out someone else. And I imagine we'll have to speak with someone up on the higher tier. Or, before we get to that, we have a cheerful elder over here.
My, it has been quite some time since I last heard that name. She was a priestess of the village, banished after drawing the ire of the former Ruby Princess. What has become of her after all these years, I wonder? Please, is there anything you can tell us? Yunagi was quite close with her, if memory serves. Perhaps you should seek her out.
Yeah, at least we know who to speak to.
Mother, I know to avoid my parents, but if there's no other way... Rika, might I ask you to take the lead?
Yeah, it looks like we have to speak to someone who we don't necessarily want to be reuniting with. And of course I can't use my mounts or anything. We gotta walk the whole way over. Yeah, we're going for a reunion we thought we would never see. Miss Yunagi and Mr. Ihanami, how are you two?
Tis good to see you again. To what do we owe the honor of your visits?
I need to ask you about someone in particular. Do you know who this was?
Kisei? Yes, we were close, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, and now?
Still, if I can be of assistance to the woman whom we owe so much, I will share all I know. Kisei was born to a family of priests, and even at an early age, she was possessed of extraordinary abilities. Much was expected of her, but everything changed the day she said she could speak with the dead. No one believed her at first, but she continued to insist that she could, and strove to prove it by demonstrating knowledge well beyond her years, knowledge of events to which she could not have been privy. Word of her talent eventually reached the Ruby Princess, and she was summoned to Shisui the Violet Tides for a private audience. No one knows what Kisei said to her in the palace. only that the princess was incandescent with rage and ordered her exile forthwith. Some believe Kisei revealed a terrible secret of the royal house, or perhaps spoke a blatant falsehood that proved her a liar. Indeed, the knowledge she claimed to divine from the dead was not always truthful, but who's to say the dead would know the truth, or not to seek to deceive? Thus we could never be certain if it was simply a fantasy or a power divine. The one thing that is certain is that no small number of people found comfort in her words. Would that I could tell you more, but sadly I have not seen or spoken with Kisei since her banishment.
Yeah, sad face. And who's this? Yeah, shouldn't you be doing your shinobi thing there, Yugiri?
Forgive me, but have we met your companion before? She looks familiar.
Yeah, I could blurt her name out. But yeah, I believe this is the first time our humble shinobi has visited Suino Sato.
Ah, is that so? For the briefest of moments, you reminded me of someone quite dear to my heart. Being a shinobi, I presume you have heard tales of Yugiri Mistwalker. Should you chance to meet her, may I ask you to deliver her a message? Tell her that her mother and father love her, that we cannot be more proud of her.
Yeah, does she dare speak?
I will. I have no doubt she feels the same, and not a day goes by without you in her thoughts.
And so, yeah, this is as close as you're gonna get.
I believe we have heard enough. Shall we return to Onokoro?
Alright. Who knows, maybe when this is all said and done, she actually will get a proper reunion. Yeah, but given that we know that there are, as far as we know now, multiple aura that are outside of Doma, or outside of Suino Sato, yeah, I guess she can blend in a little more easily.
My apologies for placing you in so peculiar a situation. Though I must confess, it did my heart good to see mother and father well. All the more reason I must do all I can to keep the peace, as a shinobi of Doma, no, as a member of the Eastern Alliance.
Yeah, it's like out on the sea.
Mayhap there will come a day when Suino Sato opens to the world. A day when Yugiri Mistwalker can be reunited with her mother and father. Would that Lord Hien could be afforded the same opportunity. But Lord Cayenne and Lady Mina have long since passed. Two of too many lives lost in the Imperial occupation.
Yeah. Do we always have to think about that? But that's part of the reason why we're here.
I cannot imagine he would ever succumb to despair. But make no mistake, Lord Hien knows the pain of his people all too well. I can see it in his eyes, and if I may be honest, it troubles me at times.
You're worried he might turn too?
But perhaps I've said too much. Come, we mustn't keep him waiting.
So yeah, away she goes on the long walk back. As the sun sets on this day in the Far East. Yeah, no combat required, just doing some talking. So as night falls, Hien, final word is yours.
Welcome back. I trust your journey proved an enlightening one.
Well, here's what we discovered.
So she does in fact hail from Suino Sato, and you say she has possessed these divine gifts since childhood. Genuine or no, the people believe her, and more flock to her side with every passing day. While the returnees are safe at the Kienkon, its defense is bolstered.
As for the blasphemy, I have spoken with our Confederate allies, among others, and together we will establish a network of contacts along the length and breadth of Doma to take up search in earnest. Mark my words, we will find it. And I certainly hope we do, so we'll take our 495,000 experience points and 1,000 gil. And so away goes Hien, and so we will have to wait until 88 to speak with Yugiri again. But just like I did with the melee DPS quest, I will wait until I have Rika at level 90 at this particular job before I take on that set of quests.